equations as functions. So we're going to go in and fill in some vocabulary words here. So functions can also be represented by an equation. The equation will generate ordered pairs by taking input, which is your x, that results in a certain output, which is your y. The graph of an equation is the set of all ordered pairs, which often forms a line or a curve. The x value is called the independent variable because we pick that variable. The y value is called the dependent variable because it's the value that will depend on which value of the x we pick to put into the equation. All right, so let's take a look at number 1. So we have our equation y equals x plus 4. We have our table. Remember that our x is our input and our y is our output. And what we're going to do is generate 5 ordered pairs for the line. So on your calculator or mental math, whichever you choose, you're going to put -5 in for x. So -5 in for x would be -5 plus 4 is going to give you -1. And -4 plus 4 is going to give you 0. -2 plus 4 is going to give you 2. And 0 plus 4 is going to give you 4. Now, we want 5 ordered pairs, so you'll notice that I have a lot of negative numbers here. So I want to see what happens to the function when I put a positive in. So I chose 1, put 1 in for x, and got 4. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go graph my ordered pairs. So I'm going to go -5 and down 1 to -1. And then I'm going to go -4, 0. And then I'm going to go -2, +2, 0, +4, and 1, 5. So you'll see that I'm graphing a linear equation because it creates a line. I'm going to connect my ordered pairs. The slope is pointing up to heaven, so the slope is positive. And the equation does not go through the origin, so it is non-proportional. Okay, let's look at number 2. Number 2, we have a new equation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and substitute in our numbers. So again, you can do this on calculator or you can mental math it. So 3/4 times -4 minus 2 is going to give you -5. And 3/4 times 0 would give you 0. Minus 2 is going to give you -2. 3/4 times 4 is going to give you 3 minus 2, which is going to give you 1. And 3/4 times 8 minus 2 is going to give you 4. And then, of course, I want to have 5 ordered pairs. So I'm looking for a pattern here. You'll see that I see a 0. You see that I see a -4 and I see a +4. I see a +8. So I want to know, what does my graph do when x is -8? The other pattern that I want you to see here is that when you have an equation that's a function and it has a denominator of 4, we want all the numbers that we choose for x to be multiples of 4. That will make it easier so that we don't have to graph fractions. We can graph fractions, but in this case, we don't have to because we're choosing our x's. So when we put 3/4 times -8 minus 2, we're going to get negative 8. So we're going to go ahead now and we're going to come over here and we're going to graph our equation. So negative 4, negative 5. Zero, negative 2. 4, 1. 8, 4. So I'm going to need to extend my x-axis. And then I have negative 8, 8. I'm going to go ahead and connect my dots, or my ordered pairs. And you'll notice that the slope is going to be positive, and no part of the graph goes through or touches the origin, so it is non-proportional. Okay, let's take a look at number 3. Again, we're going to go ahead and fill in our function table. Go and put my x and my y here. So we're going to do 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 1 times 3 is 3. And 2 times 3 is 6. Now, this key ordered pair here in your table, 0, 0, that's going to give us a clue that this equation is proportional because it's going to go through the origin. All right, so let's go ahead and graph. Negative 2, negative 6. Negative 1, negative 3. 0, 0. 1, 3. And 2, 6. We're going to go ahead and connect our ordered pairs. You're noticing that you're going to see the slope is positive. All right, see if we can get my pen to work here. There she goes. So the slope is positive. And because the graph goes through the origin, it is proportional. Okay, let's take a look at equation number 4. All right, so we're going to go ahead and substitute in our negative 2, and we will get 5. Substitute in our 0, and we will get 2. Substitute in our 2, and we will get negative 1. Substitute in our 4, and we will get negative 4. And of course, we want 5 ordered pairs, so we'll substitute in a negative 4, looking at the pattern of inputs that we chose, and we'll get our 8. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to graph negative 2, 5. 0, 2. 2, negative 1. 4, negative 4. and -4, +8. Okay, we're going to go ahead and connect our ordered pairs. It looks like we need to move this ordered pair over to -1. There we go. Great. Linear graph, it creates a line. The slope is negative because it points not to heaven. And it is non-proportional. And that's equations as functions.